Welcome, everybody. I'd like to call the Anaheim City Council meeting back to order. Okay. Now is the time for public comments on any agenda item except the public hearing, item number 41, which is a moratorium on short-term rentals. I ask that speakers please reserve your comments for that item until the public hearing is called. Now, you have a right to speak. If you have to leave early, you have a right to speak, but we're actually, item number 41 will be discussed after the consent calendar. Now the city clerk will read a brief decorum statement and will invite those speakers to complete a speaker card to the podium first, followed by speakers who decline to submit a card. Madam Clerk, can you please read the statement and call the first few speakers to the podium?
Yes, on behalf of the City Council, we would like to remind the public that this portion of the meeting provides the public with an opportunity to speak on any item within the Council's jurisdiction. Anaheim remains committed to freedom of speech, and we ask that speakers address the City Council with civility and refrain from making personal, threatening, abusive, slanderous, or profane remarks towards any member of the Council, staff, or general public. This evening we have 38.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Louis Lopez. I worked in Anaheim for 8 years. I worked very hard. The reason I'm here is to support a ban on short-term rentals. Short-term rentals affect our jobs. They could decrease the hours that we work. This hurts us economically. We already have low-wage jobs made worse by the STRs. People are working at poverty-level jobs as it is. Please don't make our lives worse. What we workers want you to do is first ban all STRs of less than 30 days, ban STRs of single rooms or partial units if the owner isn't living there, ban advertising by any broker or website of rentals that don't comply, allow private right of legal action so residents can address violations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Following,
before we, on the STR issue, that is a public hearing. That's number 41. We'll give you a chance to speak after that. But also, even just so everyone knows, that is to extend the moratorium. That is a decision up for tonight. It's not whether, or it's not kind of the final decision or the policy that the city will take. This is just extend the moratorium, which has been the status quo for a number of months. So that is the action that is on the agenda tonight, item number 41. Welcome, sir.
and if R. Joshua Collins and Joe Sepulveda could please line up at the podium.
Hello, Mayor, Council. I've been coming here for over 2 years now regarding the homeless issue. We've been asking for shelters, which we're going to be getting one hopefully soon. We've actually been asking for safe zones, which have been proven to work instead of criminalizing them like we are now and infringing on their Fourth Amendment and now on their Eighth Amendment right, which is not right. I'm just going to recite here from the Lord of the Bible in the Leviticus 19:33-35. And if a stranger resides in your land, you should not do him wrong. The stranger that resides with you shall be unto you as a homeborn among you, and thou shalt love him as yourself. For you were a stranger in the land of Egypt. I am Jehovah your God. 35 says, you shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in measure, of length, of weight, and or of quantity. Proverbs 19:21 says, there are many plans in a person's mind, but it's the counsel of the Lord which will stand. And my wife actually got a message here on some cups that I'm going to present to you. And for you, Mr. Jordan Brandon, what the mind of a man can conceive, can believe, it can achieve for the people. Chris Murray, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them with compassion. Tom Tate. An obstacle is often a stepping stone, like the magical world of Disney. Mr. James Vanderbilt, you must be the change you want to see in the world while the world changes around you. And Lucille Crane, love is all you need. Have a heart. We know you have that heart in you. Be compassionate. Because people are dying out there. People are suffering. You know, I've seen so many of the homeless die.
Mr. Noble, sorry, sir, your time is up.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is R. Joshua Collins. I'm the founder of the Facebook group Homeless Advocates for Christ. And first and foremost, well, like, of course, all you already know this, life is short, and my main concern is that people give life to Jesus Christ. I want to read, Buddhist or whatever, atheist, come to Jesus before it's too late. Also, I want to talk about item number 36, and I'm a little bit concerned if this is turned from an infraction to a misdemeanor, that the attorney can do that, because, of course, a lot of homeless have property in the parks, and they need their property. And if you're going to be able to confiscate their property like they're currently doing, and then make the storage of property a misdemeanor, that's not kind. That's lining up with bigotry and a city of oppression. And the book of James tells us, James 2:6, but you have dishonored the poor man. Do not the rich oppress you and drag you into the courts? Do they not blaspheme the noble name by which you were called? If you really fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, you shall love your neighbor as yourself, you do well. But if you show partiality, you commit sin and are convicted by the law as transgressors. So that's what I see as a lot of partiality regarding this storage of property law, because a lot of the other people that have homes are actually having big parties and stuff on the weekends, plenty of property in the parks, and they're not getting harassed. They have tables, chairs, big sound systems, no harassment by the cops. But even the homeless are told that they can't even have their friends watch their property for them in the park. And the cops came just recently this month and took property from the homeless while the park was open, Maxwell Park. So this is obviously a violation of Fourth Amendment rights, violation of Eighth Amendment rights. So many violations going on by some of these police, these corrupt cops. So I'm still not getting any answers from you, Mayor, when I send you emails. And I actually sent you an email about this. And you told me you're doing everything you can to help the homeless, but you don't respond to emails. Why not make it legal for people to sleep somewhere? I don't see you guys doing everything you can. So I encourage you to do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Following.
Welcome.
Hello. Vern Nelson, 515 Anna Drive, District 5. I remember once when dozens of us from inside Anaheim and others of us who lived in other towns but love and care about Anaheim, that Councilwoman Murray said she would dismiss anything those of us from outside had to say. Well, the good news is you don't have to dismiss me anymore. I live here and you're my counsel. I don't have too much to say tonight except to join my Bible-thumping friends Lou and Joshua in questioning consent calendar item 36, which upgrades camping and storage infractions to misdemeanors. I hope that one of you pulls that item, because it would be interesting to hear each of you discuss how increasing the penalty on the homeless for having property would make anything better. Not only is it pretty mean for the city of Kindness, what exactly would it accomplish, besides jamming up your courts a little more? Are the homeless going to stop owning stuff now just because it's a misdemeanor instead of an infraction? Also, I want to agree with what Fitzgerald suggested during your closed session. Take care of your two problems, the Christina Talley lawsuit and your need of a new city attorney. Kill two birds with one stone by rehiring Christina. She was a fine attorney. Anyway, please pull item 36. Discuss. Thank you. Oh, yeah, and ban STRs.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Linda Labatos, and I am 30-plus year resident of Anaheim, and I am proud to say that. I wasn't going to speak, but sometimes, when you're listening to people, you kind of have to say something, And one of the things that pushed me to do so was because I think that my Anaheim community deserves for all of you, and I'm not picking on anybody, but for all of you to represent us in the right direction, okay? One of the things that as I was listening to you, Jordan, you said that your business is of the people. Well, it hasn't been, you totally, voted against, District 3. So I don't know why you want to clean up your act, first of all. Second of all, I am here because I heard that, our homeless population, and before I go on, you interrupt people when they have something to say and you tell the mayor to stop them or what have you. Just listen. A good leader listens, Jordan. Another thing is the homeless situation at La Palma Park. It seems like, we have been doing things to better our community, to help our homeless, but we still have that issue today. And one of the things that I am not okay is that I do not agree with the criminalization of our homeless population. I think that we need to do some, provide them with programs, provide them with the help that they need, with the health, there's mental health issues. So therefore, I think that, criminalizing them is not okay. I think that there's a lot of issues that could be addressed in another way. So I beg you to do the research on this item and that you do what's best for them because they're also part of our community. And unfortunately, they have been misfortunate to end up in the situation that they are. Some of them have a mental issue. Some of them, it could be a family situation that put them in that position. So I need you to really, do your job when it comes to the homeless situation and do what's right. Touch your hearts and think about, you don't know when somebody in your family is going to be affected by it. Hopefully not. But please, let's be human. Let's be human about the homeless situation. And about the STRs, I've been doing some research about the STRs. I totally support, our workers. We have a lot of wonderful people here in Anaheim that are, working hard to make sure that their families, have a roof over their heads. So let's make sure that we protect the rights of our workers. And, I would say that for the STRs, let's ban the STRs. Thank you.
Does anyone else like to speak under public comments? Now's the time to do so. Seeing none, we'll close the public comment portion of the meeting and move to communication by the council. Any comments at this time? Communication. Councilmember Vanderbilt.
Mr. Mayor, based on comments from the public speakers, I just wanted to ask that, I'll mention this again at the end of the meeting, but that we add to our next meeting a discussion of the storage of floats and displays used in the Anaheim Halloween Parade. In the event that that issue isn't resolved by our next meeting, I'm hoping we'll have an opportunity to talk about it.
Very good. Any other comments at this time? Councilmember Brandman.
Ms. Labados, are you leaving? Because I want to let you know I do appreciate your comments. I don't know where you're coming from with regard to cleaning up my act. I think I've always very well and faithfully represented the people of Anaheim and the other 4 cities that I served when I was on the school board and currently on the council, and I'm hopeful that I will be able to continue to serve them for many years to come. But I certainly appreciate your comments, especially with regard to the homeless, since I led that effort to get the shelter finally adopted by the county. So thank you so very much for your thoughts, and I do look forward to continuing the conversation.
Okay,
Any-
the only one thing,
This- You know, this, time's up. Unfortunately, this is just comments from the council, not a dialogue. Thank
okay,
you, though.
well,
Thank you, though.
contact me, Jordan, next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments from council at this time? See none. City manager, any report?
Nothing tonight, sir.
Paranoia is in bloom, appear transmissions